Hello and welcome to the tutorial video of Client Tracker. Let's start with the Setup tab. You can get started in 4 steps. First, select the currency from the drop-down and select the start of the week. Step 2. Client Database Setup. Let's add a client type, projects we offer, and payment mode. Next, let's add the client status, priority, source, and invoice status. Step 3. Communication Setup. Add the contact mode, then add the next action details. Here you can preset what the follow-up action types are for client communication and set the default number of days in which the next action needs to be automatically scheduled. For example, my next action can be share contract or agreement, and we have a standard agreement format, so the number of days in which this action is due can be 1 day. Step 4. Task Tracker Setup. Add the task and person in charge. For example, category, priority, and status. Now let's move to the Client Database tab. Here you can list down all prospective and ongoing client information. Let's add a company's information by filling in the PIN, name, contact name, phone number, email address. Set the type from the drop-down, add the project name, and classify the client status, priority, and source. The communication information gets automatically pulled from the Communication Log tab. Next, let's add the contract requirement and deal value. Add the contract dates, payment mode, and invoice status. In the Note section, you can add additional information. For example, the custom field next to the Notes section is an additional field provided to personalize according to your workflow. If you want, you can change the name of the field. Just type it here. You can click on the filter table at the top to quickly search your database. Here we can view our clients' data by their name, project, status, priority, next action date, deal value, contract start, contract end, and invoice status. Let's take an example. If I want to view by project, I choose social media management and status. Deal finalized. Now I can see the relevant company by the filters that I have applied. Now let's move to the Communication Log tab. This tab helps keep a record of all the interactions you have with your client. Let's take an example. Contact name, phone number, and email address are auto-populated from the client database. In the Communication Summary table, add the date, contact mode, answered, yes, no, next action, e.g. send email, next action in days, and due date auto-populated. This is the next action rule set in the Setup tab. Notes, similar to the database, there's a custom field here too. On top we have communication done today and this week. Next is the Task Tracker tab. This tab helps track our clients' tasks. Let's take an example. Company's name, status, priority, assigned to Fastguard, due date. The days left gets automatically calculated. Once you mark the task complete, it gets struck off, and overdue tasks are highlighted. If you scroll to your right, you'll see the Filter Task table. You can simply filter the tasks by using the drop-down. For example, if I want to filter by the company's name and the status, the table will show only the tasks that match those filters. On top, you can see total number of tasks, completed tasks, incomplete tasks, tasks due today, tasks due this week, and overdue tasks. The pie charts and donut charts show how we are progressing on the tasks. Next, let's move to the Calendar tab. To begin, select the month and year from the drop-down. The View From section acts as a filter, in case you want to display only a specific type of date. If you want to view all, simply tick all the boxes. All the things due today will appear in the Today table and are highlighted in gray on the calendar for easy visibility. For each task entry in the calendar, the company name is also shown for easy reference. Next is the Client Overview tab. It gives a 360-degree view of any client. Just select the company from the drop-down, and all the information will be auto-populated. It pulls data from Client Database, Communication Log, and Task Tracker. We can add filters for communication mode. If you scroll right, you'll see the Task Tracker, total tasks, completed tasks, incomplete tasks, tasks due today, and overdue tasks. There is also a filter option to view the tasks. You can choose each category from the drop-down. The Edit link takes you directly to the exact row in the Task Tracker tab. Finally, let's move to the Dashboard tab. On top, we have separate graphs for client status, client priority, contract value by source type, and project. Next, we have total tasks and invoice status donut chart. On the right, there's a separate table that shows today's tasks, similar to what we saw in the Calendar tab. In the Task Overview section, we can see total number of tasks, completed tasks, incomplete tasks, tasks due today, and overdue tasks. Below it, we have sections to see tasks by client status, media priority, category, and assigned to. We can view each section by using the drop-down. For example, if I want to view tasks for Greenwave Industries, simply change the company name, and the tasks will populate, sorted by the due date. So this finishes the Client Tracker spreadsheet. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any query, please feel free to reach out to us.